Hey guys, what's going on? So, I'm out here today, Hyde Park. You probably see the sign behind me. It's been a while, like six weeks now since we've been here, 7 weeks. And what I'm going to do is just a walk and a talk, I think, and a walk through Hyde Park, because I think it's great. I mean, it's real windy right now, so maybe I'll have to mess around with the audio settings. Yeah, I know I need to get a mic, do it properly, which I will do at some point. But I walked into like some sand pit and there was dogs barking and jumping all over the place, and yeah, I won't do that again. So yeah, I think I finally found somewhere. I mean, it's super windy, but hey, you know, it's December today. It's about, well, it's 3:30, so the sun's not going to be around for so long. It's winter after all, and it's December and it's about 14 degrees. So yeah, I was trying to update you guys and do a little catch up, of what's been going on. And I realize now, I used to watch YouTubers and I used to wonder why they stop making content after they leave, and then they post like the first video and then you never see them again. And now I kind of get it. There's a key word here, and it's called Canadian credit score, and that's pretty much the reason why it's taken us such a long time to get more videos out, get more content out, because we have been running around and we have been looking for apartments, and it has been a bit of a nightmare, I would say. It's one of the tricky things that you have to jump through hoops when you get here. So we got the jobs, we bought a car. You do all of these things and you try and have everything in place, and you try and go through the processes, but there's always one thing, right? So our one thing was a Canadian credit score. We had a failed application so many times. We even offer 4 months rent, 6 months, and even still, with job offers as part of the application, to show that we're working, we have a salary, it was still no success. And everything happens for a reason. We would have ended up moving to Mississauga, where we saw one place, but that got declined. And I say that everything happens for a reason is because that we've ended up getting jobs downtown. So we both got jobs downtown, and we thought, hey, why are we gonna go all the way to Mississauga and commute? Let's just stay around here. And we got turned down again downtown. The place was kind of small. It was a condo, but it was what we needed, and what we needed was somewhere by a subway station. It's you have to sacrifice so many things, and we sacrificed and we still weren't getting a condo. And what we realized and learned was that the condo market is actually very competitive. Landlords can pick and choose. Landlords can also be greedy. We had people asking us for 12 months rent up front, put into a separate account that deposits automatically every month for 12 months, So you can imagine when you come here as a new immigrant, the hurdles that you have to jump over and go through and get past. Anyway, everything happens for a reason, right? So we ended up looking at an apartment, and now with an apartment you don't get a swimming pool, you don't get a gym, you don't get some of those amenities, a 24-hour concierge. But what we realized was that apartments are actually bigger for the same money, in the same sort of locations. You just have to kind of go out of your way and find them. And funnily enough, I tried so many realtors, and they were helpful, they really were, to try to get me in to condos, but it was Facebook Marketplace after all that really did it for me. I reached out to someone, I was suspicious, not suspicious, but it's the wrong word to use, but I was kind of wary. Is it real? Is there? And the few people I did reach out to, yeah, there was some shady listings, but this one came through. We went and saw it. We ended up having to move Airbnbs, so we ended up going into a second Airbnb, which was obviously very expensive. We stayed there for a week. We stayed there for 1 week, and then we had to extend it for another few days because the condos just kept falling through. and finally we saw an apartment, and you know, it was bigger in space. It was on a lower level like we wanted. I met the agent, the leasing agent at the property, and she was super helpful, you know, one of the most helpful people that we've come across. Helpful person. Turtle, and she kind of understood. She fast-tracked our application to her boss. There wasn't any greedy landlord involved. It was actually with a company, and so it was. And we've moved in, and it's been a week, I think, since we've been there. And yeah, the place is full of boxes and stuff from IKEA, and you know, all the other stuff. And you know, I'm gonna switch it around real quick and see if I can show you guys actually where I'm standing. It's really, really nice here. The sun's setting, and it looks really nice, and it's a great day of weather. But don't be fooled, guys. This time last week, this place was covered in snow. We had the first snowfall of the season here in Toronto, downtown. And I wanted to come to High Park because the second Airbnb which we had was next to High Park. So this is what made me come back here, and I thought, you know, the park was beautiful. And you know, that that has a story of its own. You know, I went to see a car, it was nice, it was a little pricey. There's a shortage of everything here, everywhere actually, even in England there was shortages of cars, of products. And so we bought a car, and I saw a car, I put a deposit down, and the guys were adamant, you know, they're like, yeah, we're gonna get you a newcomer's loan. And I'm like, all right, great, you know, I haven't got a credit score, but how are you gonna get me a loan? No, we can get you a loan. And like one whole week passed by, and they called me and said, yeah, we can't give you the loan. And I said, guys, I told you I have no credit score. Why are you promising me something that you can't deliver, right? So that was frustrating, and then I ended up taking that deposit back, and I ended up actually saving a bit of money, getting a different car. And you know, by that point, we were, you know, taking buses and trains and doing everything that newcomers do. And I'm telling you guys, you know, in London it's quicker to get the underground than it is to go on the road. But here in Toronto, it's the opposite. It really is. You know, you save so much time on the road compared to public transport. I would spend like some days 3 hours on public transport, just getting around, doing, you know, errands and getting organized and getting, you know, adulting and admin and everything else that you want to call it. And we finally got the vehicle, and you know, like I said, everything happens for a reason. I ended up saving money on the car that I bought. I ended up saving fuel, because everyone that comes here, and every car guy that comes here, everyone wants a pickup truck. And there's no lying about it. I love the pickup trucks here. It's something that we don't get in England. We get a few models, but it's not anything as near as cool as the stuff and the size. But when you realize how big the engine is, 4.8 V8, that's when you realize that maybe this isn't a good idea. So because by that point, you know, we were starting our jobs, and we were trying to get around on public transport, and you know, we're still living out of suitcases. We had no means of transport, and in England we both had our own vehicles, so you can imagine the transition. But it was fun, you know, while it lasted. And then, you know, 2 days later I just went to another garage, picked up a car, and of course, you know, no credit score, so I had to pay everything in cash, which is real frustrating when you get here. Everything seems to be cash. And you know, there's a lot of people out here that will love to take that money from you. But hey, you know, we got the vehicle within 2 days, and I was able to load up the car and not pay for taxis or transport, and take all of our suitcases, move them to the next Airbnb, drive to work, do so many things that save so much time. So you know, guys, it's these reasons, it's these things, and I can imagine all the other guys that come here and, you know, that want to start, you know, blogging and vlogging and doing videos, and then they get sucked into this vortex that's called Toronto, and they get swamped by, you know, doing all these things, which every newcomer has to do. You could treat it in different ways. You can come here and go out and have fun straight away, which, you know, I'm not saying you shouldn't do. It's a great thing, but we came out here and we chose to just to get things in place as quick as we could and focus all of our energy on that. And you know, guys, in 6 weeks since we've landed, we secured the apartment, we secured a car, we secured 2 jobs, and I think, you know, if we can do it, anyone can do it. I know it's been a long time, everyone's been waiting to move over and do stuff, and you know, with the lockdowns and everything, and you know, it's still pretty strict here in Canada. You got to wear a mask, you got to show your vaccine before you can go to a restaurant or anything. Chance to enjoy a little, you know. And I know this video's going on for a while, but you know, it's been a big update. You know, that's the car, that's the apartment and the condo situation. Guys, get a credit score, do whatever you can, generate one from England, come here and get a Capital One credit card that's non-affiliated, because the bank won't give you one until you're working and can show pay stubs or pay slips. So get a non-affiliated credit card, spend on it, pay it off, generate a credit score, because it's so important. They make you pay for everything here in Toronto. It's quite frustrating, you know. I remember going up to the CN Tower and doing that video, and that cost $40, minimum $40 each for adults. I also found out there's a distillery district which we've been past, and I know about it, and it's supposed to be cool and nice, and they've got a Christmas setup, so I'll probably do a video there just to walk around with the missus. But guess what? They charge you for that too. You know, they want to make you pay an entrance fee. After 4 o'clock every day, you have to pay an entrance fee just to walk around a Christmas market, which is crazy. You know, Europe, England, that's part of the attraction. I wish Toronto never did that sort of stuff. It kills the buzz of, like, you know, going out and seeing new places and, you know, being excited, and, you know, kids and families and everyone that wants to go out that's new and explore, and they end up having to pay everywhere they go. And that's quite frustrating. You know, it takes away the attraction. You know, people should have free will to go out and enjoy themselves and not have to pay money down wherever you go, especially if you're just walking through a Christmas market, which isn't, you know, unfortunately we missed the Black Friday event, and Black Friday here, guys, is a real thing. It's not like England where they kind of drop the price and then they drop the price a bit more at Christmas or Boxing Day. Here you'll find some serious discounts, which is great. Unfortunately, we couldn't capitalize on them because we had nowhere to live at that point. We only found our place afterwards. But you know, we're being savvy about all of the purchases, you know, making sure we find everything that's a sale or on a discount, and it all just helps. But you know, guys, this is the stuff that we've been doing, you know, cars, apartments, jobs, all sorts of buying new things, loading the car with stuff, doing all these shopping trips, and it's fun, you know. It's good stuff. I've met a YouTuber, Johnny Strides. That was cool. He was a nice guy, and it's good to see the other guys still doing this stuff as well. You know, it's an exciting journey. There's people that have moved 5 years ago. There's people that are moving still now, and there's people like me that have been here for a couple of weeks and that can give you first-hand sort of information about all of this stuff. And you know, the condo stuff was crazy. You know, I think they were saying all the students are coming back and the parents are paying up 12 months up front, so that's why it was so competitive. But yeah, guys, it's getting pretty dark now, and the sun's dropping off. It's getting super windy. The weather's turning. I think tomorrow's another cold day, back to minus temperatures. So what I will do is I will say goodbye for now. It's a lot. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and there'll be a lot more coming. A lot more adventures, And you know, it feels good to be out here, a sense of freedom finally after years of lockdown. And we'll catch up soon, guys. Thanks for watching.